the fundamentals. Superstar indeed, J.J. Watt. He has done what very few to ever play the game has done. I knew you would take Tyreek Hill. Who wouldn't? I got 2 words for you. Game changer. George Kittle is likely the most elusive at his position. Short routes easily become long gains when he catches it. Let's go, fundamentals! Fundamentals! Yeah! I'm glad you finally joined us. I go by the name of Trey Moe, and I'm the voice of Superstar KO. Let's get to the action. Coach probably is screaming what I'm about to calmly say. Don't start with a negative play. Lamar Jackson looking for a 1st and 10. Lamar Jackson dropping downfield. He'll get taken down near midfield. Lamar Jackson looking for a 1st and 10. Rolling right. Lamar Jackson dropping downfield. Okay, here we go. Safeties can cheat up down here because the back of the end zone is like an extra defender. You gotta watch that. First run, Ezekiel Elliott. Going with Elliott. And Zeke will find his way in. Fundamentals touchdown. Gonna try for 2, and he'll get in. 8-0. Get your X-Factor players involved and go run it up. Exactly what the people came to see. Start the drive with Gurley. Not much on that one, especially with Myles Garrett there. Nothing to be excited about, but also you didn't go backwards. So top those yards with this play. 2nd down, they'll run it. First and 10, he'll throw it. Wide open to Kittle. Yo, defense, are you out there? That's me, baby. Turn it up, turn it up. First and 10, he'll throw it. Looking deep, For George, well, you may as well hot dog it in because there's no one around to stop you. Touchdown fundamentals. They'll give it to the... Looks like it's tug-of-war time. It's tug-of-war time, and we've got something a little bit different for y'all. The end zones are going to get bigger after both teams run a play. Score first, and you're moving on. Jackson looking to throw here at midfield. Daylight, and he's got his big tight end over the middle, and he is into the end zone for a fundamentals touchdown. You're on the verge of victory, fundamentals. See you soon. Coach Madden in the fundamentals, keeping it old school. This man's gonna definitely get after the QB for you. You can count on sacks, and he might even get you a pick. With how Keenan Allen runs routes, you should have no problem getting in the end zone. Pro Bowler and First Team All-Pro in 2020, it's Fred Warner. Let's go, the fundamentals versus the fundamentals. All right, got a superstar KO rookie here. No worries, Trey Mo gonna set you up. Start at your 25, get points on the drive. If the other side scores, it's time for tug of war. Offense is about to start this matchup of superstar KO. So buckle your chin straps and let's go. Now Jackson taking that pigskin to Broadway. That's 40 for money, 30 for the show, 20 to get ready, 10 till. He'll take this all the way home for a fundamentals touchdown. They'll look to throw. Now he'll move out the pocket. That's a man who ran with no plan. Sacked away from the pocket. A TD +2 is your automatic invite to the KO stage. First carry for Todd Gurley. Continues to fight through contact. Nice little pickup on that run. Go on, open that playbook up. Make the defense respect you. It's second down. Might as well. Looks to throw out the shotgun. And he will find his big tight end. Over the middle, complete. You better not blink, defense. You'll get carved up just like that with the quickness. Well-executed play from the fundamentals. That took you across midfield. It's looking real good from here. Oh, and he couldn't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. It's second down now, and you don't want that same result from your first down call. Find something that works. Looks to throw it. And he's got his big tight end over the middle. It's complete. All right, be ready to capitalize. The defense may be over-aggressive, so use that against them. Todd Gurley, say goodbye. And this defense isn't able to stop him until the 2-yard line. Hey, it's way too quiet. Come on, crowd. Where y'all at? Make sure your timing is good if you throw it. Routes are more difficult to run with limited. And Todd Gurley is into the end zone. Fundamentals touchdown. They'll try it, and he is into the end zone. They're up by 2, taking the win. It's the fundamentals. A serious threat out of the backfield, running or receiving. Saquon Barkley just made your offense legit. All right, fundamentals against the record breakers. Superstar KO round 2 is coming your way. Time to show them all that you know how to play. First possession of Superstar KO is about to start, and the crowd is ready for action. I believe we all are ready. First run, Dalvin Cook. Offense just got reminded this ain't flag football with a loss back at their own 21. Don't make this the trend. You know that second and long can easily turn into nice try, but go home. Now Dak. And plenty of green in front of him. Está en la 50, 40, la 30, 20, 10. And he'll go all the way for a record breaker's touchdown. Gonna try for 2, but they stop him short. And this will stay a 6-0 ball game. Stick to the game plan and keep your emotions in check. No crazy penalties here. First run, Saquon Barkley. And he fights forward for a decent run. Good work. Everybody loves big plays, but you better be able to make these type of plays too. They'll pass on second down. Air raid. A little too much heat on that one. The defense happy to cool off that drive. Giving the ball up, and don't worry, folks, the fundamentals will be back, and soon. The fundamentals. With the amount of championship experience that Devin McCourty has, your defense just got a huge boost. CMC is just special. His name is in the history books already, and he's just starting. Alvin Kamara will have the defense on edge all game. He is an offensive weapon in the purest form. Let's go, fundamentals! Fundamentals! If you're a risk taker, you're gonna love this mode. One drive, no kicking. Starting at your 25. Let me see you work. May the best squad win. It's Superstar KO time. Let's start this thing off right. Now, Mahomes. Somebody was amped up to go. Just couldn't connect on the throw. Hey, it's better that it happened on first and not fourth down. But you still need your QB in sync with whoever he's throwing to. Now, Mahomes. Looking deep for Tyreek Hill. You wanted it all there, but you can't have it. What are you thinking? Third time was the charm? Could be. Let's see. Mahomes is throwing on third. Looking deep for hey diddle diddle. Right down the middle. Now 20 to go, 10 yards. Well, you may as well hot dog it in because there's no one around to stop you. Touchdown fundamentals. Looking to maybe throw it here. Sliding right. He'll get in the end zone. That gives them an 8-point lead. You don't need it all in one play, but you do need every single point. A first carry for Alvin Kamara. Waves off a would-be tackler. Fights his way for some good yards. On first down, they run again with Kamara. You can go a few ways on this down. Your last play puts you in a real good position. Here's Kamara on second down. And he's dropped in the backfield for a loss. The fundamentals have the secondary loaded up. trying to dictate where the ball is going. They'll try and run with Kamara. They're ready to meet him at the line. No gain. Fourth down. Everybody's watching. You're in the... Fundamentals dropping back to pass on 4th and 2. Jamal Adams has got the pick. That pass is. You're on the verge of victory, Fundamentals. See you soon. Coach Madden in the Fundamentals, keeping it old school. They better double that, man. Keenan Allen will have the defense looking crazy. You got the option to throw to him, but you know what running with Zeke is going to be like. I just don't see how they can block J.J. Watt. He's shutting down whatever comes his way. It's GNP Fundamentals. You found your next addiction. It's Superstar KO. One series to earn a touchdown and then go for 2. Stop your opponent in the round and move on through. Let the game begin. Somebody's getting KO'd, and we'll find out shortly. First run, Ezekiel Elliott, and he's going to be brought down.
Good job, D. Good job. That's where you fly that ball.
Keep searching that playbook, because there has to be something in there that can work better than this.
45.
On second down, it's Zeke. And he'll push forward here for a nice little gain.
Let's get him. Come on. Shoot.
Trying to pick it up with Ezekiel Elliott. Looking to throw on 1st and 10. No shortage of air under that one, but it's incomplete. It's second down now, and you don't want that same result from your first down call. Find something that works. On second down, it's Zeke. Elliott fights to get free. Defense closes in after he crosses over midfield. I watched a lot of football since I became a fan, and this type of production still hasn't grown old on me. I love it. And he's sacked. Brought down by Danielle Hunter. QB protection should not be the reason you lose, so don't let it be. Looks to throw on second down. He's going to wind it up and air it out. Almost like he knew that was 6 from the moment he threw it. Touchdown fundamentals. They'll give it to the, and he'll get in. 8-0. It's like this in my book. You can either run from or run to the pressure. It's superstar KO. Now Jackson rolls left. He's going to hold it out deep for A.J. Green. It's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't connect. You better find the same energy the defense has, or we'll be shutting the lights off soon. Game will be over. Now Jackson moving to his right. Lamar Jackson dropping downfield. Big gains on first downs just gives all types of confidence to a team. Y'all might be in trouble over there. Now Jackson. He's not running away with this one. Lamar goes down. Positive plays only. Come on. You know the philosophy. Don't make it easy for him.
Strip that ball. Check 59.
On second down, here's Jackson. Down the right. And they won't catch him. Touchdown GNP. Gonna try and throw for it. And he'll get in to tie this game. It's tug of war, but with a twist. After both teams want to play, the field gets smaller. Be the first to score, and it's over. Remember, if you start a play in your own end zone, you need to get that ball out of there, or the other team gets a safety. They'll throw from the 50. And his first hookup with Keenan Allen. Now Jackson. Lamar Jackson dropping downfield. Back to pass. And incomplete. That hit made the ball roam free. From the gun, it's Jackson. Rolling to his right. Going right side, and that's complete. Back to pass. He's letting it fly for Juju. Shooting for Smith-Schuster. And it's intercepted. Their pass is... Now a handoff to the back, and he will score. Touchdown, ground and pound. You're on the verge of victory, fundamentals. See you soon. The fundamentals. Stephon Gilmore shuts them down. Watch out. Donald's coming for his money. The Mac attack is back. Let's go. The fundamentals against GMP. Welcome to Superstar KO. It's real simple. One drive from your 25 to score. Oh yeah, no kicking. You got this, right? It's the first play of the game. Are you gonna play it safe or take a big risk to see if you catch the defense off guard? Lamar Jackson looking for a 1st and 10. And the fullback makes the catch. Brought down after a nice game. Lamar Jackson looking for a 1st and 10. Keeping it right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It's complete. And they won't catch him. Touchdown, GNP. They're going to throw for the 2. He'll get in the end zone. That gives them an 8-point lead. Balanced attack. Run heavy or pass heavy. Whatever it takes. Get in the end zone. Starting the drive with Gurley. There's Todd heading for the Gurley gates. On 1st down, back to Gurley. He's trying to get back, but nothing doing. That's a loss. Man, I don't even need to say it. You already know. Defense loves it, though. Second down. Running it. Big plays will get you on the big stage. Offense looking for the KO. First down, going to the ground. Todd Gurley, say goodbye.
That's it, buddy. You got to
Go. Waiting.
check 45. I got it.
First down on the ground. There's Todd heading for the Gurley gates. And he'll be taken down at the 8-yard line. Now, fans, it don't sound like a KO superstar match. Crowd, get to work. Tests get a little harder once you get inside that 10. It's less room for mistakes. Running on first and goal. And Todd Gurley is into the end zone. Fundamentals touchdown. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle, and he is not going to make it to the end zone. The defense.
Let's go, baby.
Coach Madden in the fundamentals, keeping it old school. DBs, make sure your cleats are tied tight and you stretch good because the cheetah just got selected. It don't matter the weather, stage, or opponent. Patrick Mahomes will deliver. We are all witnesses. This NFL 2010's All-Decade team member just made your defense unfair. Fletcher Cox should have a great game. Let's go, fundamentals. Superstar KO's like an obsession. Boils the game down to just one possession. Each team will get a chance, but only the winner will advance. Looking to make the first statement, it's the record breakers offense coming out. This could be really good. Now Mahomes. And his throw here's gonna be. Hey, it's better that it happened on first and not fourth down. But you still need your QB in sync with whoever he's throwing to. Now Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage was too good there and popped the ball free. What are you thinking? Third time is the charm? Could be. Let's see. Mahomes is throwing on third. And this time, he's got the hookup complete. From the gun, inside handoff. First down, going to the ground. That play is sniffed out quickly. They'll lose yardage. This ain't winning football on display right now. Try something different on second. On second down, here's Mahomes. Taking that pigskin to Broadway, and he'll go all the way for a record breaker's touchdown.
I can't stand myself.
Here's a toss coming right. And he'll be stopped shy of the goal line. So this lead will stay at 6. Whatever you do, don't be afraid to improvise. The defense will show their hands, so take advantage. It's about the KO. First carry for Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley, say goodbye. Making it look easy out there with the big plays. On first down, back to Gurley. Nice battle to pick up that yardage.
We play to win. Let's go.
Fundamentals with a respectable game, putting them just beyond the 50-yard line. First down on the ground, and they'll bring him down quick. Only a small gain. Nothing to be excited about, but also you didn't go backwards. So top those yards with this play. This time, Mahomes is going to throw it. And looking for it, and he is into the end zone for a fundamentals touchdown. They'll give it to the full, and he is into the end zone. They're up by 2, taking the win. It's the fundamentals.
This is a special presentation of EA Sports from the Coliseum in Oakland, our tribute to the coach, the John Madden Legacy Game. I'm Brandon Gaudin here to take you through the proceedings, and coming up, we're going to tell the story of a man who was... The Coliseum back to its original 70s glory. What a scene in the East Bay, and we're underway in the John Madden Legacy Game. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So it's the NFC stars who will get the ball first. And Charles, as we alluded to, we've got a different era of coach on each sideline. So the man coaching this NFC squad, we'll call him Young John Madden. This is a coach who was trying to establish a foothold in the NFL and on the cusp of doing it very successfully.
Yeah, you think back to that period, those early days as a coach of the Raiders, the late 60s in the AFL and then in the NFL in the early 70s. The coach was a guy who was ahead of his time. The Raiders were one of the first teams to have mini camps, one of the first to film practice because he wanted to practice coaching as much as he could. And his teams, they were successful right from the start of his head coaching tenure.
And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. So as we mentioned at the top, let's take you through the life of John Madden. And, you know, it's very fitting that we're here back in the Bay Area, not just because John's so associated with Raider football, but also because this was where he spent his formative years.
Yeah, he grew up over in Daly City with his buddy John Robinson, who would also become an NFL head coach. And he played his high school ball at Jefferson High. Eventually wound up playing tackle at the University of Oregon and later Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. Played well enough that in 1958, he was a 21st round draft pick of the Philadelphia Eagles. That's right, the draft had 30 rounds then.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the NFC out to an early 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
So, Charles, as mentioned, we've got another Coach Madden over here on the AFC sideline. Of course, his Raiders, members of the AFC West. So this is a conference he battled in for his entire career. And you think about the landscape of the NFL as he was getting into the back half of his tenure. It was a golden era for coaches. You had Don Shula, Tom Landry, Chuck Noll, Bud Grant. But it was John Madden who had the best winning percentage of them all, CD. 759, the best ever.
Brandon, it's hard to believe he could be so successful in a conference with all those great teams. The Steelers won 4 Super Bowls. The Dolphins won 2 and were a mainstay in the playoffs. The Colts were tough. The Broncos came on late and went to a Super Bowl themselves. But against Hall of Fame coaches, John Madden's record, 36-16-2. That's pretty incredible. His Raiders were a factor each and every year.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, now Brady. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. But Charles, you mentioned Coach was a 21st round draft pick back in 1958. It was the Philadelphia Eagles who selected him. But unfortunately for John, knee problems, they just continued to dog him. He was hurt in his first training camp, actually never saw the field as a player in the NFL. But it was still during his time with the Eagles, you and I were talking about this before going on air, that you could start to see the light bulb going on for what his career path might entail.
And it went on in a big way, didn't it? Because while he was rehabbing his knee, he started to spend a lot of time breaking down film with the Eagles, with quarterback Norm Van Brocklin, the future Hall of Famer and future head coach in the NFL. Remember, Norm Van Brocklin coached with the Falcons. He coached with the Vikings. And was there during that time. I think Coach Madden realized his love of football and love for teaching, combining all that together, and that meant being a football coach. So in 1960, began his coaching career at a small college south of San Luis Obispo called Allen Hancock, and then later at San Diego State University under another legendary coach, the guy who could throw it around pretty well, Don Coryell.
This is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown. Tim Brown. 36 yards. And the AFC has taken the lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with an AFC touchdown. And there's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. Hester going to decide against a return, and they will spot this at the 25. The NFC offense coming out here, and you know, Charles, Coach Madden always said that if he had one drive to win a game and he had to pick a quarterback, he would pick Kenny Stabler. But I think if you asked him to omit any of his Raiders players, there's a good chance the guy he'd select would be Brett Favre.
Brett Favre is always smiling. He's always laughing. He's always talking to someone. He remembers that it's a game. And if it's a game, you should have fun.
And, Brandon, that always reminds me of a great movie line where one of the players was telling the coach, every time I say it's a game, you say it's a business. And every time I say it's a business, you say it's a game. With Coach, it was always a game.
1 quarter in the books at the Coliseum. What a day. It's the AFC Stars with the early lead. This is the John Madden Legacy game on EA Sports. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. On 1st down, Favre. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. Charles, you know, it was in the early 1960s that a young John Madden made the acquaintance of the owner of the Oakland Raiders, one Al Davis, of course, and the two, they really bonded, would become one of the best owner-coach duos in NFL history. And to take it a step further, Al Davis became someone who John referred to as his best friend.
Yeah, 1967, Brandon. Al Davis hired Coach Madden to be a linebackers coach. Remember, this was still the AFL at that point. We had not merged totally with the NFL. And Coach Madden, he paid dividends almost immediately. Helped the Raiders win the AFL title in 1968. And that meant a date with the Green Bay Packers in what was now known as Super Bowl II. But by 1969, at the age of 32, just 32, Brandon, John Madden assumed the mantle of head coach of the Oakland Raiders. And what a ride he, the Raiders, and the NFL were about to go on.
1st and 10, it's Favre. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. To throw is Favre. And his throw here's incomplete. Charles, you talked about John Madden and the Raiders going on a ride. Well, try these numbers on for size. In 10 seasons as a head coach, the Raiders won their division 7 times. They finished second the other 3 times, and he became the youngest coach to amass 100 career regular season victories and is still, to this day, the franchise leader in wins.
And when you think about it, that's where that rivalry with Kansas City really took root, as did the expression commitment to excellence. And boy, was it personified by the players who played for Coach Madden. On offense, how about quarterback Kenny Stabler, wide receiver Cliff Branch, wide receiver Fred Biletnikoff, tight end Dave Casper, to name a few. How about those great linemen he had? Center Jim Otto, guard Gene Upshaw, tackle Art Shell, all of them in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And guys on the defensive side of the ball, the Mad Stork himself, Ted Hendricks, Willie Brown, John Matuzak, Otis Sistrom, and Big Ben Davidson. So many great players, so many great memories.
Here's Favre to throw. And on the left side, he's got Witten. Touchdown! Jason Witten. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the NFC has retaken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. Dante Hall going to bring it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the AFC making their way out, and it's one of Coach's favorites, another local guy, Tom Brady, who will be at the controls. And boy, Coach always admired the way number 12 could run an offense, and especially his ability to stay calm under pressure.
Tom Brady is a guy who's always looking downfield. He never looks at the rush. He hangs in the pocket, and he makes a throw. He's a cool guy, and he's a tough guy. Let me tell you, there's no one calmer in the pocket than Tom Brady.
And I know that Coach has a great appreciation for Tom Brady, who turned 45 back on August 3rd, because Coach coached a guy like him in George Blanda, who played a long time in the NFL. In this game, it features legends and active players. Tom Brady qualifies as both.
Play action. Now it's Brady. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this incomplete. An excellent play downfield on the football. Might have had a shot to pick it off even, but it's second down. The final shot before half for Brady. Open man is Andre Reed, complete. And he takes... Well, coming up in the second half, we'll run through John's post-coaching triumphs. But for now, we present a very special tribute to the man of the hour, narrated by Trey Mosley. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. They'll run for it. This is Allen. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the NFC is going to get the football back in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Sanders. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. So now, Charles, to pick up the story we've been telling, John Madden at 42. He just completed a 10-year stint as the coach of the Raiders. He wants to step away a bit from the grind of coaching, but he doesn't want to step away from the game of football. So he ends up signing on with CBS in 1979 to try his hand at broadcasting. And much like his coaching career, he was pretty much an instant success.
Partner, he really connected with the people right from the start, and people may not remember he wasn't even on the #1 team in the beginning. He worked his way up. But the same things that made him a great coach made him a great broadcaster. The ability to show the big picture, yet break it down into the details. That's what he did with his teams. That's what he did with the people. That way, he was simple to understand, yet insightful for viewers. And he did with that big personality that he had, one that connected with everyone.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gonzalez. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So for Coach Madden, Charles, by 1981, his broadcasting career is really taking off. He's elevated to the network's #1 booth that calls all the big matchups. And he gets the plum assignment of calling Super Bowl 16, 49ers and Bengals, and he's teamed up with Pat Summerall. And that pairing ultimately would go on to be one of the most influential in sports broadcasting history.
Influential not just in us listening to them. Remember, they went on and called 8 Super Bowls together. But how they put together kind of the template that all of us broadcasters follow now. Sitting down with the head coaches and the quarterbacks and the stars of each team before a ball game to get extra information. And the way that those two paired together, Pat Summerall, short, concise, to the point, and turned it over to...
And he is into the end zone for an AFC touchdown. Marcus Allen taking it in from 4 yards out as they have taken the lead.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Hester content to hold on to this one and bring it out to the 25. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
As you mentioned, CD, talking about John Madden, the broadcaster, he called 8 Super Bowls with Pat Summerall, 3 more with Al Michaels later in his career. He spent nearly 3 decades in the booth all told. And not only was he beloved for his... And now off to the races, down the right side. Past the 20. And touchdown. Jerry Rice, 83 yards. And the NFC has once again taken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And you just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Now, CD, we did get a little ahead of ourselves talking about John Madden, the broadcaster in the 90s and 2000s, because there was another product during that time period that he became quite famous for, and it's something that you and I know a little bit about, and that's the video game that bears his name. Originally John Madden Football when it was first released back in the late 1980s, and now known the world over simply as Madden.
And Coach saw this originally as a way to teach the game of football. The early designs were for a 7-on-7 game, but he said no chance. He would not sign off on it. He wanted to be as realistic as possible. He told them, call me when it's 11-on-11, and he got his wish.
Yeah, after that debut, Madden the video game continued to pick up steam through the 90s in a big way, and John himself, many will remember, was a commentator for the series for many years. And now here we are in the 2020s, and this game has sold somewhere in the neighborhood of 150 million copies. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down, but a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. 78 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They stay on the ground with Allen. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. So, CD, you look at the accumulation of John Madden's achievements in the world of football, the coaching success, the Super Bowl title, the incredible career as a broadcaster with 12 Emmy Awards, Madden the video game. It was very fitting back in 2006. Touchdown! Tony Gonzalez from 21 yards away as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
And touchdown and congratulations and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
They're going to keep it on the ground, and he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
He'll look to throw. Floating one, incomplete. You think about John Madden in his retirement years post-broadcasting. He was about as active as most people are in their working years. I mean, he continued to play a key role on the NFL's competition committee. He was available to a wide range of people as a tutor, as a mentor. He continued to teach the game of football to all who would listen. And, Charles, as you and I know, he even continued to provide input, a lot of input on the Madden video game.
Yeah, I know a lot of folks that design and build this game certainly look forward to their yearly visits out to the Madden compound that he had out at the East Bay. They pitch the new aspects of each year's game to him, get his feedback, and then get to sit back and spend 6 hours with him on a Sunday, watching football and listening to him tell stories and talk even more ball. It had to be an incredible experience for all involved.
Now a give up the middle to Bettis. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they run with Bettis. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, they'll run with Bettis. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. They run the draw play. Allen. And he is going to lose yardage here. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Brady going to go on 4th down. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before a season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Hester going to decide against a return, and they will spot this at the 25. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was the moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
Now Favre. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. As time has. So it's a win here for the AFC on an incredible afternoon of football and remembering the life of John Madden. Before we go, one final message. And for all of us at EA Sports, this one's for you, Coach.
I just say this, I thank you all very much. This has been the sweetest ride of them all.